So you're thinking about building a home, and let's just say that you found your modular builder and you want a system in your home that not only helps with air quality and condition, humidity, and you've already decided on the Unico system, then you need to talk to the guy that is handling that whole department. And we have Francis with us doing that. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So what's your feeling about how we're moving through this process of sales and integrating the product? We know that you're the go-to guy for modular. What's your feeling about the modular construction?
No, I think it's definitely got a potential to grow, and I think it's going to become more popular as time goes on, given the development of land and space, especially in urban areas. And I'm excited to be a part of that.
And so being the person that handles the sales for that, and now that we have this amazing new point person that's going to be handling sales, have you been out to any of the plants? Have you been out exploring it all with the Unico system?
So that's one of the things that I'm working on now is meeting with all the reps going into the territories. And they have set targeted accounts and factories that we're going to go out and meet with those folks and really introduce them to Unico if they haven't been, or we're going to continue to push and drive that interest up.
I think it's smart, right? We have to start thinking about the labor shortage that's out there. We have to start seeing, and we already know that it's actually expanding in this space. Right now we're only 6% of the marketplace for modular construction. Many of the factories are east and west coast, so sitting in Arnold, Missouri, it kind of gives you guys kind of a central point to kind of move out. We know that you have lots of reps that are out there, and so it is this natural way of moving into the industry. We know that. I'm all about offsite construction. That's why we're here on Offsite Dirt. But from your perspective, I mean, what are you feeling about navigating through the sales component of Unico?
Well, again, I'm excited to be leading that effort, and I think the biggest thing that we can do is collaboratively plant as many seeds about the Unico system. And again, I think we're going to be there as a resource for the customers across the board, whether it's a homeowner, a builder, the factory. We want them to know we are their resource and their trusted resource.
And I really love that the components in the system can work in the floor system very easily. It lays down in those modules really nicely. You can have ductwork in different places, and I think the thing that's particularly nice about the sales process is that you can go on the site and put a design plan in there, right?
That's correct, we can. So when there's an interest, what we ask for is there's a load calc form that the customer will fill out and complete. Typically that's done by the contractor, and then any drawings they have they will send in to us, and from there we send it to our design team. They turn around a design within 5 to 7 business days. We send that back to the customer and we'll review it with them and answer any questions that they have.
And I think the other nice thing is we actually talked with Scott in Tagliaga, and he was telling us about the training program, and I think that's huge for people to actually, as an installer or a builder, to be able to install the product properly. And I also think I really like this about your company and supporting the modular construction industry. And that's not to say you can't use it for a panelized system, but being on site and doing that work together really instills a confidence, right?
Absolutely, it does. And I think that's what really sets Unico apart from other HVAC manufacturers is their commitment to supporting the product, supporting their customers. And I think that's the way to go about promoting our system.
I agree. And from your perspective, Francis, you actually came from HVAC.
Yes, I did.
So you came from a traditional model. Now you've got this high velocity, product. What's your feeling about the product?
I'm
big fan?
Yeah,
well,
I like it.
Because they hired you to be a big fan.
I hope so. But I think that's the key is
right?
that it's something different. It's modular. It's efficient, and so I think it's a new a new normal, a new standard that we're going to see in homes across the country.
And I love that it comes as a kit of parts. It's wonderful when you can go through the design process, all parties agree on the design, they agree about the pricing, then you order the product, it goes to the factory, and you have a plan in order to help with their assembly, right?
That is correct. And so what we can do is, we're always available, but what we'll do is if they're interested, we can send someone from Unico to the factory, and they will help them with that first, second install, just so that they're more familiar with it and get that hands-on, one-on-one experience with one of our guys from Unico.
And I think it's wonderful because really when you're building the assembly, the HVAC kind of is the last component of that. Being able to put that into a system, a kit of parts, also helps with that time and efficiency. Right?
Absolutely. It will cut down, well, it'll cut down on labor costs,
Yeah.
it'll cut down on the time out on site, wherever that modular home or building is going. And again, with the Unico system and the ability to put the ductwork under the floor joist or in the ceiling in the attic space, what that allows is the modular homes, they can actually, when they're completed and they lay their roofs down, they can actually lay them all the way down for transportation, versus with a traditional system they wouldn't be able to do that.
100%. I love that. And I think the end result is always about the quality and the safety and not only installing the product, but the end user.
Absolutely.
Right.
And so they do matter. They're the ultimate customer. And so if they're not happy, then something's not being right or done right on our part to deliver.
And then we fix it.
Absolutely. We stand behind it 200%.
And that's the dirt on Offsite Dirt.